So if you film at board game conventions either for your own channels to get some cool coverage for it, or if you're filming for a client and you want to see how I pack and kind of organize everything for coverage, I got you covered. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Wolfpack. Today's question comes from someone in the Wolfpack community. We'll drop it right here. And as of the time you've seen this recording, I'm probably back from Gen Con. And I want to make sure I have two disclaimers here. For the most part, when I'm traveling, like most recently was for SN, I just carried on Osmo Pocket 3. I didn't even carry a camera around just because I don't like having to carry a lot of stuff. It makes it easy. And it's also a fun challenge too, to just work with the most minimal type thing. Creatively, it's also fun too when I get to scale it down all the way and just work with something super tiny like the Osmo Pocket 3. A second disclaimer is that what I'm packing for may not always fit for what you're looking for. So it always depends on this one question, which is what is the main goal of what you're trying to do? Are you covering stuff for your own channel? Are you covering stuff for a client? What type of client are you covering it for? So in this case, we are filming commercial content for Bezier Games, and that's why you're gonna see what you're about to see now. So after answering that first question, which is who am I working for? Second question is, well, what do I need in order to make that happen? So you have to understand that at a convention, you don't have control over a ton of things, and you really have to work with a mobile workstation. Luckily for us, we are working at a booth specifically where they will have an outlet. So somehow we are gonna get some lights in there. Are we gonna be able to control all the lights? Of course not. There's hundreds and thousands of people there, and lighting is going to be super trash because at a convention hall, it just sucks. And on top of that, audio is also going to suck because there's just so many types of people. So in order for us to minimize that, here's what I'm going to do. The first thing I ask myself is, okay, how am I going to control lighting? Because to me, lighting is the most important thing when I'm covering for commercial type content. So to do that, what I'm using here, and again, I'm also thinking about, okay, how is this going to be easy to travel with? So here I am using the, it's all blacked out. I like to just black out my stuff. So this is the Pelican 15 to 35 Air travel case. And the reason why I'm using this travel case is because this is going to be checked in. So what I'm bringing here is my trusty Aperture Storm 80Cs, because at least this small little light, do not underestimate this. This thing will make things look super cinematic real quick. So even though we have a ton of overhead lighting, I want to at least give some accent lighting to whoever we're covering, and hopefully this will help in doing that. And I'm also gonna bring a spotlight mount in order to help focus in that light instead of like a light bulb diffuser. And I'm also gonna bring two of those, that way we have coverage on both sides. I also cut up a brand new phone divider just to help organize these sections. So we have two Storm 80Cs on the bottom, along with some gaffer tape in case we need to tape down some of the wires, that way people don't trip or anything. And then we also have these two diffusers that I was telling you about, or the cones. And then right above it is just the extension cords for these particular lights. So this case doesn't have too much, it's just the lights, because again, we're trying to keep things minimal while making sure we can keep up that production quality. So that's all there is in this one Pelican case. Now I'm also gonna bring these two impact light stands. I'll leave this link below too in case you're interested, but this is the best travel light stand because it's light. It also connects together. So there's a button here that you just unlock, and now it unclicks together. And then there's a bottom part that kind of just locks in. So this makes it super easy for travel, and it's very, very light. On top of that, this also fits into a luggage. I only added in these extensions because they are specific for the light, but you can just unscrew them to take it off. These little extensions here are specifically for the Storm 80C. So this right here is gonna go into my check-in luggage along with camera straps, and that's it. The rest of it is just going to be clothes, and I'm trying to keep my check-in, my big check-in bag as empty as possible so I can fit as many games as possible. One thing you want to avoid bringing that I know a lot of people may bring is this. This is the last thing I want to bring over to a convention because, as you can see, it's a full-on spider leg. And this is just asking for people to trip over. So I avoid heavily bringing a tripod, especially to a place where it's gonna have a lot of foot traffic, because this can be easily kicked over even if someone's just standing here. It just takes up too much space. So to help that, what I'm actually bringing is a single monopod. And again, I'll leave it linked here. It's already packed my check-in bag, and I don't wanna wake up my wife because she's sleeping from night shift and everything. Great at conventions because it takes up very, very minimal area for people to trip over. This is new and I absolutely love it, mostly because it has 4 wheels. You have this top zipper button, which you can just leave open, And this is the Peak Design Roller Pro. I backed this on Kickstarter, and it fits everything that I need in this one bag. You gotta check this out because it's so cool, so organized, and I like really love it. Now this is a bag within a bag because this camera case actually fits into the carry-on luggage. Underneath this, super heavy right now because there's stuff underneath, but underneath this is actually room for you to put clothes if you want to, but I only put camera gear in here, again, for this particular con setup. So opening this, I'm also going to strap this to the top over here. It's hard to do this one-handed. This ND filter case I probably will keep with me because it's all fragile glass, so this will be in my backpack probably. Now since I have a team of videographers coming with me, I am packing for them as well. So we have 1, 2, 3 Canon R5s and 1 Canon R5 Mark II. This is the one that I'll be using. I eventually would love to update all the bodies to have Mark IIs because it's so much better. In terms of lenses, here I have the 15 to 35. Always good to have a wide angle lens to make sure you can cover everything in one. Now this isn't the sharpest lens, but at least it's good for covering wide angle shots. Next one is my most used lens, which is the 24 to 70. I love the amount of depth that this can bring in because it is at 2.8. It's also super versatile because it goes all the way to range to 70. Personally, my favorite lens is right here. This is the mini 50mm f1.4. When it comes to beautiful shots that just have a lot of melted background and just really stunning footage, this is the 50. I love the color rendition in this one, and it's so tack sharp. So when I can shoot with this lens, I will shoot with the 50. And then last but not least, probably for Junior or for Josh, I will have them on this one, which is our typical wedding lens. This is the 24 to 105 f2.8. It is a beast, but it's good to have a telephoto lens like this because everyone's going to be super close and up with each other with these lenses. So to have coverage from far away, it's a good balance when you're working with multiple people. And then I also have some backup shotgun mics, which we will rarely use anyway unless we're recording like some really close-up vlog footage or something. I'm also doing a separate photo event, so I'm bringing the flash for that because it is a nighttime event, and it is the Godox V1C, old flash but very, very trusty, and I have a dome diffuser on top. Last but not least, since we are filming people playing games and interviews too, I do have for the Deity PR2s for our audio. Oh, this is so beautiful. Look at this. So on top here, we have some stickies for the lavs. I'm gonna put stickers here too, just to organize them, like, oh, stickies here. Next one, these are empty cards. So we're gonna have all of our CF Express and SD cards up top, and then any full cards are gonna go on the bottom, just to keep things as organized as possible since we're gonna have a ton of footage to work with. So yeah, that's pretty much my entire setup for me and my team of 3 videographers, including myself. So me, Junior, Josh, 3 of us total, and this is what I'm bringing. You know, ultimately, when you're filming at a convention, you just wanna make sure you only bring the essentials. Honestly, if it was just me, I'd bring way less than this because this is just a lot for what it is, but we are filming a really big and important commercial, so gotta make sure we're fully covered. So in summary, these are the questions that you wanna ask yourself when you are packing for a convention travel shoot. First off, who's your client and what are they looking for? For instance, since I'm doing a photo shoot, I'm bringing a flash. Since I'm recording interviews, I'm bringing audio gear. So like all those things are very important to ask when you're wondering about the type of coverage and what to bring for that coverage. So then the next question is, okay, how am I gonna handle lighting? For us, it's gonna be the Storm 80C. For me, I'm bringing a small carry-on bag that will be checked in since this will be my carry-on already. All these details that you gotta think about. It's not just about what you're bringing, but how you're bringing it, how you're carrying it around, and all those details. And then ultimately, it's easy to get lost in how much stuff to bring because a lot of us like to just bring everything because you think you might need it. But for conventions, just ask yourself, what do you absolutely need to bring to get that shot? If you're just vlogging around the convention center, for me, like for Essen, I just brought an Osmo Pocket 3 and that's it. And aside from the gear that we have here, I'm just gonna be vlogging with the Fujifilm X-M5 attached to the DJI Mic 2. That's it. That's gonna be my daily carry. Super small, minimal, and then on work days will be this. So yeah, I hope that helps you in some way, and looking forward to seeing all your coverage at future conventions, at Gen Con, at Essen, wherever you end up going, PAX-U. Thank you for watching today's video, and if you made it to the very end, go ahead and comment compact, because we want the most compact travel setup possible to make life easier for us and for the client. All right, y'all, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.